Welcome to TRS Clips, where you'll find happiness through your own curiosity. You miss staying in India?
I come back so often. I'm here every 3 months. I have a lot of friends. I talk to a lot of people. I actually work with the Tamil Nadu government, so I'm engaged. I work with a university, Kriya University, which we founded 4 years ago. So I feel that I still am doing something useful here.
I want to congratulate you on your newfound passion as well.
Which is?
Podcasting.
Well, what I'm fascinated by is what reach the podcasts have. And certainly yours is one of the kings amongst them. And I have to say, I am just impressed. And let me hasten to say, this is not to flatter you, but I'm just impressed at the professionalism that people like you bring to the job. It truly, every time I look at young people in India and see what they can do, and I used to have this feeling at the RBI, the young just rise to the occasion. We just have to give them a chance. And you guys are showing that. I mean, how are you creating a whole new industry? And I have never been asked the kinds of questions you're asking. And that reflects both your sense of fearlessness, but I think your courage is part of that. But also, this is a new medium. You're not dependent on the old purse strings, and hopefully it'll stay that way.
Also, the old purse strings are not liking this new medium. A lot of it.
Well, I hope that we preserve the space for this, and I keep saying it is in the government's interest to hear it from somewhere. Because if it doesn't hear it, it will not know how to change.
It's exactly what I feel. The section I was going to head into was about courage. I was going to ask you how you feel about voicing all these things. Like in terms of, do you feel that your safety is compromised when you talk so openly?
There are people around me who feel that. I still have faith in this country.
Same.
And I feel that hopefully there's an innate decency, in almost everyone, that we see the need for this. And I think, you said earlier, it's important for a few voices to be saying these things, to preserve the sense of everyone that there could be change. Because when those voices are silenced, that's when you feel the hopelessness, you feel the sense that there will not be change. That's when bad things can start happening.
Everything that I've learned about navigating through life, I've learned through content creation and the internet. I've seen too many content creators come and go. And in almost all cases, it was because they were surrounded by yes men or yes women who just agreed with like whatever they were doing. The ones who consciously surrounded themselves with people who challenged them actually survived and then grew. I think this is a very standard playbook for any business owner, any industry, etc., etc. I do believe we live in the time which is filled with echo chambers, as we spoke about previously. I also believe that even the government at the end of the day is run by humans who have a similar kind of lifestyle as the average person in terms of they're consuming social media, they're looking at Twitter, they're going through YouTube podcasts. Therefore, they are also part of this echo chamber problem. Now, those human beings are letting their own minds dictate their policy decisions. Therefore, one, it's important for all of them to surround themselves with people who are not yes men. And I would argue that many of them already have. The fact that they've risen to power over the course of their life says a lot about where they are. But at every stage, you have to allow your humility to come back in order to grow to the next stage. So personally, one practice that we've brought about on this show, I'll tell you where this came about as well. Thank you for giving me so much space to talk, sir. But it's just learnings that I'm sharing. So we did 4 BJP politicians back to back last year because the opportunity came up. Now, as a content creator, if I'm getting to talk to Dr. Jaishankar, Smriti Irani, Piyush Goyal, Chandrasekhar, so it's not something I'm going to let go of. I did all four. We released them. We were criticized by everyone who was anti-Modi, saying that, oh, now are you the new spokesperson for the government? Or you're just like the news channels, etc. When we brought the Congress and AAP politicians, no one spoke about that. No one even watched those episodes. So the narrative out there right now is that I'm extremely pro-Modi, but the truth is I am just seeking truth through these conversations.
Right.
Now, my angle here is that the solution we brought about was, see, I'm talking to these four people and they were my first four political conversations. Now, of course, the inputs to me will affect the way I look at the world. And the same with the Congress and AAP stuff. So you're constantly in a battle with echo chambers around you. It's just the nature of content creation. We've hired a team within office whose job is to just criticize my creative team constantly, including sentences we use, including build up to questions, and including opinions that I put forward. And to the degree when, if say there's a strong opinion that's put forward, we'll try scheduling a guest who's at the extreme polar opposite of that opinion. And this has worked like magic. But my point is, I feel like the government needs to have some sort of a body that's built into their process, whose job is to just bring forward all the criticism that is being spoken about them.
You know, there used to be in the triumphs that a Roman general used to have, there used to be a slave holding a laurel wreath over his head to show glory, but whispering in his ear that he was merely a mortal, that he was not a god. In a sense, what you're saying is we need something like that. How to bring, our gods down to earth, our political gods down to earth. But as important, many organizations have a evaluation office, which basically is independent and evaluates the programs. You said you had a toilet program. Did it really roll out as you said? Is it used as you said? Do we have 100% defecation free? It has to be independent, otherwise it's not credible. But it gains information which then allows you to, improve your performance. We need much more of that. There was a talk way back of the Planning Commission, now the Niti Aayog, having an independent evaluation office. And of course, that died. But it would be good to have something like that to evaluate government programs, because typically only government has the data. But you need it to be independent and to be perceived to be independent, and to share with the opposition also all the data. But I think something like that would be useful. I very much like your sense of having a unit within your organization, which is going to look at all the verbiage and then get back to you and say, this won't work or this will work.
Even Ronaldo needs a coach.
Absolutely.
Like, you need someone to tell you where you're going wrong.
Right.
If you want to stay Ronaldo.
Exactly. Again, it's when we think we are fantastic, we make the mistakes.
Hey, if you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out all the other clips we've uploaded on this channel. You'll find a clip related to almost every single topic, as long as you're willing to search for it.